Hey guys, it's me, Samantha, here today with another video for you guys. I kind of was feeling a little down today because it is dreary, and here in New England we are expecting snow for Friday, and I kind of just needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, and I figured why not film some new drugstore makeup that I've been playing with. This is not going to be a first impressions because I've actually been using these products for about a week now, and I'm only going to really focus on the things that I like because, like I said, I just want to feel great about today. So we're going to start out with the new Flower Beauty Supernova Celestial Priming Whip, and I actually really like this. I've previously had the Flower Supernova Elixir, I don't know if you guys can see that, serum, hello, serum here, and this is very much an oil and it has a lot of glitter in it. You can really blend it into the skin and kind of diffuse some of the glitter, but because I already have oily skin, it tends to break down my makeup. It doesn't last as long, although it does look very pretty when you initially put it on. I don't mind this a little bit by itself, you know, if I'm doing like no makeup day, but I wouldn't recommend this if you have oily skin. Although this, I mean, has been pretty good. It hasn't done me wrong. It looks really cute. It's like this lavender foamy frothy stuff, and it does have a sheen, but it doesn't have any like big glitters in it, which I like. And it has a nice, like, I don't know, feel to it. It does feel like a primer once it's kind of blended out, but it does dry down and it doesn't have like an oily kind of texture to it. And the claims on this, it's supposed to be a lightweight primer, which I believe leaves a soft radiance. It definitely does, to diffuse and lock the look of fine lines and pores. So I really like this stuff. I think it's good for just like a basic everyday primer. It doesn't do anything spectacular. It's not going to fill in your pores and create some crazy smoothing effect. I think it's just the shimmer in it creates a radiance that kind of diffuse, like it says, it diffuses the light to not accentuate anything you don't want to be seen. This foundation is the Flower Get Ready Serum Foundation. I purchased this. It's $15. I should tell you how much the primer is. I purchased all of these products directly from the Flower Beauty site because I find that I have trouble finding Flower Beauty in my local Targets or Walmarts, which they used to be in all the time, but I don't know why, but I don't find them. So this is $15 on the site. The foundation is also $15. I've used this with a brush and a sponge. I find a brush is better than the sponge. You kind of don't get as much coverage. It is described as a medium buildable foundation with a natural radiance finish, which I do believe it is a natural radiant foundation, like finish on it, but I do feel like it's more to light to medium, but it is kind of buildable. I'm going to try it today with my hands. I know a lot of people don't like using their hands for makeup, but I just feel like that might work a little bit better, and I'm not feeling super high maintenance today, so I don't feel like I need to do anything crazy. It's a little bit messy, but doing it this way, but I mean, essentially I put it on the back of my hand anyway, and I have to like, yeah, I do feel like I actually got more coverage just using my hands, and this was about a pump and a half, and it just looks like my skin but better. I'm just gonna add a little bit more here in my T-zone, just because I don't think I had enough in my hands to really get it in there. And I got mine in the shade Caramel M5. That's the shade I also wear in the Light Illusion. But I have to say that this foundation is slightly warmer than the Light Illusion foundation. You know what? I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand so you can see the comparisons between the two foundations. Let me just clean up my mess a little bit. This is the Get Real serum. And it takes a little bit more effort to blend this one in than it does the Light Illusion. It's a little bit thicker in consistency. All right, so this is the Light Illusion in Caramel M5, and then this is the Get Real in Caramel M5. And as you can see, this is a little bit warmer in tone, and it doesn't spread out and blend as easily as this one. And I would say for this, you would best use your hands to blend it in, although you can use a brush. And I would say also the it's more of a light to medium, and even though the Light Illusion is described as a medium foundation, medium coverage foundation, it's more medium to full, and it's very hydrating and dewy. And this one is more of a natural finish. As you can see, it's kind of like dried down now, and it's definitely a natural finish. I am going to go in with the Light Illusion concealers because they did not come out with new concealers, and I'm going to go in with the medium deep concealer because this is a little bit more warmer of a foundation, and I just feel like the honey medium is just going to be too light for this foundation. And I would say this concealer is pretty full coverage. I did also purchase, I want to mention this, the CBD Chill Out Color Corrector in Medium Peach. It is crazy light on my skin. I wish I got the medium, the deep peach. And I actually wouldn't really recommend it because I feel like it moved around too much and didn't really provide the, you know, it didn't have like a lot of pigmentation, so I felt like if I was using it for color correcting, it's not gonna really do much. And I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. blending sponge. I think that looks really pretty together. It's just the right amount of coverage for like everyday wear. I cannot believe that it's gonna be friggin' snowing here right before Halloween. I know like some places like up north in like Canada and stuff, they get snow this early, but I feel like it's kind of rare for Massachusetts to get this much snow, well, to get snow this early. Hopefully it's not crazy and it just ends up being like a dusting. But where I live, I feel like we always get slightly killed harder than the rest of the state. And I'm going to go in the Flower Beauty, I don't know, this is a Flower Beauty video. It wasn't intended to be that way, but that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the shade Tawny for the powder to set the under eye. This is probably one of my top face powders, like drugstore, not drugstore, it doesn't matter. I just really like the color, and I don't do like super what do you call that? What am I thinking of? I don't like to do super brightening under eye, you know? I know a lot of people out there like about that life. And when I first started playing with makeup more, I was trying to do that because, you know, that was like the style, and I never really liked it, and it actually made me feel like I couldn't wear makeup. But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Just do what you like. But you know what? I actually recently purchased this I Heart Revolution caffeine infused bronzer in the shade Latte. And this is what she looks like. Yeah, it's a dreary day, and oh, that really warms up the face. I like that. It's redder than I normally wear a bronzer, but I actually don't mind it. I think it looks quite pretty. I think I've only played with this once, and it was like late night and I really wasn't paying too much attention to myself. But now that I see it and I'm like really focused, it looks good. I purchased this when I was buying the XX Revolution bronzer in Chaos. I already had Phantom, but because I was losing my tan, I wanted to get a lighter one, and I decided to drop this in the cart as well. I like. So yeah, guys, I'm kind of feeling bummed out. I haven't been quite keeping to my routine, and so I just don't quite feel myself. I'm very routine oriented type of person, and my husband is the opposite of me. And for a lot of reasons, it's good to have somebody kind of opposite of you because you push each other out of each other's comfort zone. But as of late, I just feel like we're going in the wrong direction. He's pushing me to be a little too lazy, and I need to be busier and motivate myself to get up and do things. So yeah, that's been quite the struggle as of late. So I bought a ton of blushes from Milani because they just released these cream blushes in these 4 shades, and I wanted to get all 4 of these. But I also had my eye on these big blushes that came out, and so I just purchased them all. I'm not going to use all of them today, obviously, but I will swatch them on my hands in case you guys are curious as to what they look like. They're described as I think they're retail for $8.99. They're described as a cream gel something blush. Cream gel balm formula. And I heard somebody like kind of complain about that. They're like, oh, they're using all the words, but they really are kind of all of that. I mean, obviously it's a cream blush because it's kind of a cream product, but it is more, the texture wise is more of a jelly balmy kind of texture. It's definitely thinner than the Fenty Beauty ones, a little bit more slip than the Fenty Beauty ones, but yeah. And I did swatch these against some of my Fenty ones, and I didn't feel like the colors, you know, were dupes at all for other ones. So this is the shade Merlot Moment. And then this one is Nude Kisses, which I've already worn and really, really loved. It's kind of like My Skin, but better. There we go. That's like 2 swatches on that one. Then they have Blushing Berry, and that's more of a pinky. And then we have Coral Crush, which I think is going to be beautiful like in the summertime on my skin. If you're fair, it'll look good on you now. But this is what they all look like. It's a really, really beautiful formula. I actually really, really enjoy it. So I definitely recommend picking up one if you're into cream products. And then these are the baked powder formula blushes. These are an existing formula, but new packaging, 2 new shades. I don't know if it was inspired by Hispanic Heritage Month, but it did release, I think, during that time, and they both kind of have like Spanish names. This one is Sunrise Señorita, and this one is Felicita. Felicita. I'm not that great at speaking Spanish, even though I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a bad Puerto Rican. So these are, let me swatch them, the 2 baked blushes, and you can sheer them out. I just swatched them like straight up because I want you to see that they can get full pigmentation. These are really good. I think if you have really dark complexion, they're going to show up nice, but you can sheer them out if you're of a lighter complexion and you want to try these out. Because those shades reminded me, I wanted to show you the Joyce Blush Duo and Passion, because this definitely reminded me, these shades reminded me of that. So it's not exact dupes. This is the Sunrise Señorita, and that is their Treasure Me blush. And I think on the skin they look quite similar. They're not exact dupes, but again, and this is Coco Felicita and this is Cherish Me. So very similar, and I think they're very fall colors. But today I think, oh, and I also wanted to mention the packaging is very reminiscent of the Buxom Prime Infused blushes. Obviously this is like a better, like a almost like an acrylic type of packaging, and this is a cheaper plastic, but I definitely noticed that with the aesthetics of it. So today I wanted to use the Merlot Moment, and then because the baked blushes are so shimmery, I wanted to maybe try this like a little bit of a highlighter type of situation. I'm just gonna go in with this BH Cosmetics Pro Brush in 15 and pick up the product there. Because this is a very light formula, it goes on quite easily. So I'm just gonna dab it a little on and then blend it out. And it gives a beautiful finish. It's a little bit balmy, so it has that little like glass like sheen to it, which I think is really, really beautiful, but without being sticky. Like I felt like the Fenty blushes were really sticky because it was more creamy, and because this has like a gel formula, it's more slip, so it's not going to be sticky. You're not going to have your hair like stuck to your face and all that. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes the drugstore does everything better. Like, not that Fenty's cream blushes are bad, I really like them, but I think I just like the ease of this a little bit more. And if you're new to cream products, this is going to be an even better introduction. I thought Fenty ones were really easy to use for beginner friendly type people, but even these I think are even more beginner friendly, and I actually like these a little bit more than the cream blushes that they have in the little tubes. I have, I think, one of them. But I just like, I don't know, I think I prefer things in a little pan as opposed to like a squeezy tube situation. Just because it's a little less messy, I can put my brush right into that as opposed to squeezing it on the back of my hand and then blending it out with my fingers and then going in with a brush. It's so many steps, although that is fun sometimes when you just want to like touch everything, if you really want to play like a little kid. So yeah, I think that's really, really beautiful. And then I'm going to go in with the Sunrise Señorita as like a little highlight situation because it is quite intense. And I kind of do that with the Joyce Duo that I have. I go in with the like mauve tone, and then sometimes I go over top with that gold Treasure Me. I just think those colors look really pretty together, and it gives a nice little sheen. I know it's not a highlight, but it doesn't have to be a highlight to treat things like a highlight. So I'm really feeling that. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm going to blend out the blush just a little bit up here. I just think that looks so pretty. I'm already feeling so much better playing with all of this stuff. So I didn't pick up any new like eyeshadow palettes. Flower Beauty had these like little quads, but to be honest, I wasn't that intrigued or interested or drawn in by any of the colors. They were very neutral and berry, and they were pretty. They just don't scream to me. So I haven't actually played with this palette much. It's not drugstore, but it's the Nabla Cutie palette number 5 Wild Berry, and this is what she looks like. And I just feel like playing with her today, so it'll make me feel good inside. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in with the Botanic Juice first. I really enjoy Nabla eyeshadows. I have a couple other of their Cutie palettes. I would like to buy one of their bigger palettes, but I just haven't gotten to it. And they've had kind of mixed reviews on some of their larger ones. Let me zoom you guys in. We're gonna keep it simple because I'm not going anywhere again. Go in with this Alchemy 2.0. It looks like a white shade, but it's kind of like a dual chrome situation. I don't know if you can catch that on camera, but it has like a pink, blue, kind of shifty color to it. Actually, I'm gonna go on top with Bucolic Baby, which is this one here. So I only have 2 more things I wanted to talk about. This is the Milani Stay Put brow pencil in the shade Espresso. I purchased this, and I'll tell you right now, it's not my favorite. It's very pigmented, very creamy. And it's called the Stay Put brow pencil. And maybe once it dries down it does stay put, but on initial application, because it's so creamy, it literally smudges when you're trying to just like blend it. So you gotta be really careful to almost like stay in the lines, which I don't like because I want to be messy and not precise. So, I mean, if you're looking for precision, if you're a very precise gal, you're probably going to use one of those thin pencil brushes and not something like this. So it's not my favorite. Also, the color, even though it matches my hair kind of, it's a little dark for me because I'm not used to it. So yeah, like look at, I mean, some people like this look. It looks kind of what they call snatched or whatever, but it looks a little unrealistic for me, so I don't love this. But I'm using it because it's new, and I want to keep giving it a try until I get sick of giving it a try. Because sometimes I feel like you use something the first time and you might hate it, and then after like the 4th or 5th try you're like, well, I'm glad I forced myself, because now I really have grown to appreciate this product. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen with this product specifically, but I just feel like it's easy to smudge the edges and get it to look really messy when you're trying to like blend it out. And it looks, because it's like so creamy, I feel like it just looks so severe. The color, it just looks so, I look angry. No. No. We're gonna kind of try to tone it down. I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil because it's a way better product. And I have this in the shade Ash Brown. Okay, that already makes it look a little bit better. I just want to tone down the severity of that color. It still looks kind of crazy, but that's what we can do. So yeah, if you're looking for a retractable brow pencil, I wouldn't go with this one unless you like pomade type situations and you have to have your perfect shade. The Wet n Wild one is a lot better, I think. I did pick up, well, I didn't pick up, but they added to my cart like a free sample of the Milani highly rated mascara in, I thought it was like, is it just black? I feel like it said like extra black or something. This is what the wand looks like, and here we go. This is actually the first time I'm using this, and I have legit glitter all over my face from the eyeshadow. I probably should have used a glitter primer. Right off the bat, I like this mascara.
Mom, you don't think that I'm crazy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have 2 of Daddy's IDs.
Yeah, that is so crazy. Dad already have him new one.
Can you close the door?
Mom, you want to see him big when he was a little kid?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, wasn't he cute?
And look at him when he was like this.
Kind of grown up.
Like this tall, like this.
Oh, don't fall down.
That's like Yaya.
Like Yaya big?
Like Yaya. That's
Okay.
like Yaya. And that's this one, the one that was Yaya.
Oh my goodness.
He was so cute.
He was.
So cute.
He's the cutest. That's why I married him.
And different.
So
Mom, I want to keep one of these.
No, you can have them. Can you close the door?
Actually, I'm gonna give Edra the face. I'm gonna keep the. Actually, I'm gonna keep both.
Yep, so that's my daughter. So I actually think the mascara pulled off the look. And I'm going to just throw on this e.l.f. lip balm in Dragon Fruit. I got the golden pear one and that's like my fave. Oh, that's bright. That is... I don't know what I'm doing today. Alright, I'm just going to throw on this e.l.f. lip balm or sheer stick in the shade Golden Pear. I absolutely love this. Yeah, so this is the final look of all the products that I use, and I really am happy with it. I feel a lot better already. If you're interested in any of these products, let me know if you've tried some of them. What do you think? I mean, I think this foundation is great. It's great for every day. I like the primer. It's nice. It doesn't do anything exceptional, so I don't know if you would want to buy this, but I think it's cute. What else did I try? I would skip out on this for sure. And all the blushes from Milani are bangers, so run out and get those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can come back and see more content like this. Thank you guys. Bye.